China is undertaking a significant engineering project, the construction of the world's largest hydropower dam on the Yarlung Tsangpo River in Tibet, known as the Yaxia Project. This remote region, characterized by its canyons and strong river currents, is now the location for a development that could influence the global energy sector. When completed, this dam is expected to generate nearly 3 times the electricity of the Three Gorges Dam, setting new benchmarks in modern engineering. The Yaxia Project's scale and ambition are unprecedented. With an estimated cost of $167 billion, the Yaxia Project demonstrates China's technological capabilities and economic resources. The project is intended not only for power generation, but also as an example of national ambition and technological advancement. Although the dam is projected to provide a substantial source of renewable energy, its location on the Tibetan Plateau brings up important safety and environmental considerations. The area's unique biodiversity and seismic activity present challenges that are being discussed by scientists and conservationists. Countries downstream, such as India and Bangladesh, rely on the river for agriculture and daily needs. There are concerns that changes in water flow and quality could affect millions of people and create regional challenges. The Yaxia Project represents more than infrastructure. It reflects China's increasing influence and the broader competition for natural resources. Control over water in this region may have implications for the balance of power in Asia. Large-scale projects like this are changing economies and geopolitics, prompting discussions about how to balance development with environmental protection. The outcome of the Yaxia Dam will have effects beyond China, potentially influencing future projects and international cooperation on shared water resources. As global attention remains on the Yarlung Tsangpo Dam, it serves as an example of ambition, diplomacy, and environmental management, with impacts that may extend for generations. The Yarlung Tsangpo River, born near the sacred Mount Kailash, is the world's highest major river, beginning its journey at an altitude where few rivers dare to flow. Its source lies in the remote, windswept expanses of the Tibetan Plateau, a region often called the roof of the world. From here, the river carves a path across the vast plateau, winding through ancient valleys and past snow-capped peaks, before plunging into the planet's deepest and most dramatic canyon. This breathtaking descent, known as the Great Bend, is a natural marvel. Here the river drops more than 2,000 meters, creating a hydropower goldmine and unleashing a torrent of energy unmatched anywhere else on Earth. The immense volume of water, combined with the river's steep vertical fall, makes this site arguably the most power-dense hydropower location on the planet, with the potential to generate vast amounts of clean energy. For centuries, this wild river has remained largely untouched by modern development, sustaining local communities and holding deep spiritual significance for the Tibetan people, who revere its waters as sacred. Today, however, the river's raw, untamed power has become the focus of one of humanity's most ambitious engineering projects, as China seeks to harness its energy for the nation's growing needs. Building here means overcoming immense challenges, working in a remote, geologically active and environmentally sensitive region where access is difficult and the terrain is constantly shifting. The very features that make the Yarlung Tsangpo so powerful, its steep drops, fast currents and unstable geology, also make construction risky, complex and potentially dangerous. Yet Beijing is betting that the rewards, energy independence, technological supremacy, and a new era of renewable power will outweigh the formidable challenges and risks involved. The Yarlung Tsangpo's unique geography is both the project's greatest asset and its greatest risk, promising immense opportunity, but demanding respect for the forces of nature at play. The Yaxia Project is a marvel of modern engineering. The plan, a 160-meter-tall dam, and a vast reservoir in the heart of the Grand Canyon. But the real innovation is underground. Tunnels will divert water through the mountains, powering a colossal subterranean powerhouse. These tunnels, among the world's longest, will maximize the river's drop for unprecedented energy output. The powerhouse will house dozens of turbines, all built in a remote, seismically active region. With a planned capacity of up to 60 gigawatts, triple the Three Gorges Dam, Yaxia will require new roads, infrastructure, and ultra-high voltage transmission lines. Chinese engineers are deploying cutting-edge technology, from AI monitoring to advanced materials, making Yaxia a showcase of national innovation. For China, this is not just about power, It's about setting new global standards in hydropower engineering. The $167 billion Yaxia project stands at the heart of China's ambitious energy and economic strategy, representing one of the largest infrastructure investments in the nation's history. This colossal undertaking is not just about building a dam, it's about reshaping the future of China's power, supply, and economic landscape for decades to come. Once operational, Yaxia will generate an astonishing 300 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity every year. This immense output will power the relentless activity of factories, light up sprawling cities, and support the aspirations of a rapidly expanding middle class, driving urbanization and economic growth across the country. The construction phase alone is a massive economic engine, creating thousands of jobs, increasing demand for steel, concrete, and machinery, and providing a significant boost to China's powerful state-owned enterprises. Local economies along the supply chain will feel the ripple effects for years. Yaxia is also a catalyst for transforming Tibet and Western China, regions long considered economically peripheral. By anchoring new waves of industrialization and infrastructure, the project aims to bridge regional disparities and integrate these areas more closely with the national economy. On the technological front, Yaxia positions China as a global leader in hydropower innovation. The expertise, patents, and advanced equipment developed here could be exported worldwide, enhancing China's influence in the global energy sector. The project is also a massive investment in research and development, fostering breakthroughs in engineering and environmental management. These advances promise long-term commercial and strategic benefits, both at home and abroad, yet the financial risks are enormous. Critics argue that the staggering costs may outweigh the benefits, especially given the daunting technical challenges of building and transmitting power in such a remote mountainous region. Delays, cost overruns, and environmental concerns could threaten the project's viability. For Beijing, however, the gamble is clear. Securing energy independence and technological leadership is worth the price. The Yaxia project is a bold bet on the future, with stakes that extend far beyond China's borders. The Yarlung Tsangpo region is a fragile ecosystem, often called the third pole for its vast freshwater reserves. Building a mega dam here threatens rare species, forests, and the delicate balance of the plateau. The reservoir will flood land, destroy habitats, and disrupt sediment flow, vital for downstream ecosystems. Indigenous Tibetan communities face displacement, risking loss of ancestral homes and cultural heritage. The region's seismic volatility raises fears of earthquakes and catastrophic dam failure, with devastating consequences for India and Bangladesh. Environmental groups warn of irreversible damage and question whether risks are being adequately addressed. The project's promise of clean energy is shadowed by profound environmental and human costs. The Yarlung Tsangpo becomes the Brahmaputra in India and flows into Bangladesh, sustaining millions. China's dam plan has triggered alarm in both countries, who fear Beijing could control the river's flow. India worries about water being withheld or released unpredictably, with no formal water-sharing treaty to ease tensions. Bangladesh, at the river's end, is most vulnerable. Any reduction in flow threatens food security and environmental stability. Calls for a tripartite agreement have gone unanswered, fueling mistrust. The dam has sparked a regional race, with India planning its own projects to assert water rights. This escalating competition risks destabilizing the fragile Himalayan ecosystem and heightening geopolitical tensions. The Yaxia project is now a flashpoint in Asia's water politics. China frames the Yarlung Tsangpo project as a pillar of its climate strategy, key to peaking carbon emissions before 2030 and achieving neutrality by 2060. Hydropower is central to replacing coal, and Yaxia's output could offset millions of tons of emissions. Beijing touts the dam as a green solution, positioning itself as a global climate leader. But critics argue the environmental costs are understated. Construction's carbon footprint and methane from reservoirs undermine its green credentials. Hydropower also secures China's energy independence, reducing reliance on imported oil and gas. Yet, some say a balanced approach, emphasizing solar, wind, and efficiency, would be more sustainable. The debate continues. Is Yaxia a climate solution, or a flawed strategy with hidden costs? China's Yarlung Tsangpo ambition builds on decades of dam building, most famously the Three Gorges Dam. Three Gorges was a triumph of engineering but came with massive social and environmental costs. Over 1 million displaced, ecosystems disrupted, and increased landslides. China's dam building extends beyond its borders, with Mekong River projects impacting millions in Southeast Asia and fueling mistrust. The lessons are clear. Mega dams bring both power and peril. The government claims it's learned from past mistakes, promising stricter standards for Yaxia. Yet, skepticism remains. Yaxia is even larger and in a more sensitive, unstable region. The fundamental trade-offs between economic gain and environmental loss persist. Whether China can truly apply these lessons is a critical question for the future of Himalayan hydropower. The Yarlung Tsangpo Dam epitomizes the global trend of mega projects as tools of national power. These projects drive growth and innovation but also bring environmental damage, displacement, and geopolitical friction. When rivers cross borders, unilateral action breeds conflict. Collaboration is essential. The challenge: harness benefits while minimizing risks through transparency and shared stewardship. For transboundary rivers, joint management and open data are not luxuries, they're necessities for peace. The world must move beyond zero-sum thinking. Cooperation is vital in an interconnected era. The Yaxia project is a test: can ambition and responsibility coexist? The answer will shape the future of global development and diplomacy.